Thank you, sir.
Don't go.
Þetta SJ Fowler, enskt ljóðskáld sem býr í London og hann ætlar að lesa nokkur ljóð fyrir ykkur og það eru gjafir undir sætunum ykkar, sagði hann mér. Já, ok, takk.
There is nothing underneath your seat. I intended to buy everybody a gift basket, but I'd found Iceland to be prohibitively expensive. I'm not going to apologise. It is lovely to read in Iceland. It is one of the few countries in the world where I don't have to feel guilty about England's colonial history. We never invaded Iceland. I apologise. Should have read my history before. It's a difficult situation for me, really. Normally I feel good reading in countries where we have invaded. I wonder why we did to Iceland. I imagine it would just be a bit of a pain in the arse owning a giant ice rock, but if we'd have kept hold of you, perhaps we could have made a lot of money from the trips to the Blue Lagoon and the puffin tours and the whale tours, but we have a good relationship now. We bombed Denmark at the end of the 1700s, which obviously is positive towards you, and every artsy person in England loves your music. Björk is a huge favourite in England, so I feel like I can build on that relationship today. I'm going to read some poems that are about babies. Baby culture. This first poem, I've taken the title from a Steven Seagal film. Out for Justice. Baby bullet, you're legal in some ways, and knives too, if only one side is edged. I feel safer already, and I am suddenly legally prepared to cut your umbilical cord. In Africa, they eat placenta. In Spain, egg cake. In Greece, pie. In Iceland, piss shark. But we aren't there, we're here. So baby mush and some tempura wearing a wig will be absolutely 100% fine. Thanks for asking. This is also about babies. Shunga. Baby, my lesson is that the entity of knowledge is a big fat tear. This is the safest time to have ever been alive, and men have always had murders and mistresses. And I'm not that sorry. Others, aside from their family, foregoing because the male libido is genetically programmed to procreate as much as is possible, and that isn't my fault because it was invented back in history by monkeys or your god of choice if you like to be an idiot. The baby of the north. Another baby poem. The baby of the north is more likely to be an alcoholic, unemployed, and eating the fatty foods like chops, but has a funny accent. Rather, I'd be running back to my wife, a Norse salesman selling skald. Don't let a baby wear what it wants. It is a baby. That is your choice, leaving difficulties. Don't feed a dog dark chocolate, it'll die. Lance Armstrong raised so much money for cancer research that his cheating is irrelevant. If I see you outside a supermarket smoking with your toddler again, I will sink my thumbs into your jug. This next poem is about blondness, about the concept of being blonde. Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary might not have been sexed, but she didn't have a cesarean. So all the more stretching horror cuts when baby Jane met them down. A conception like chess, where man and woman can play without it ending up regrettable. Can you imagine what it would be like if Erica got pregnant? Not good news. Not good news at all. So, the next poem is about...
Welcome, people. Welcome to the talk show, The Persona Behind the Poet. Welcome, SJ Fowler, Iceland. We are really happy to have you, and we have some questions, and we're really curious about the persona behind the poet.
It's so nice to be here. Thank you so much.
What?
It's so lovely.
Yes. Okay, beautiful. So we have some questions. I have a question. Earlier we were having dinner, and I ate a lot of lamb, which was really good. And you had what?
It was crazy seeing you.
Yeah, crazy. And then you had this tiny little bit of pasta, and you said, I don't want to eat before I go to a performance, right?
Definitely, yeah, because I think that
If you eat too much food, especially something very carbohydrate heavy before you read poetry, it really ruins your enjoyment. That's a big tip out there for all you guys who come to a lot of poetry readings.
Interesting answer. Very entertaining.
Thank you so much.
So you could say, you could tell us something more. Okay, okay, we'll do a little bit of Q&A. Somebody has a question in the audience.
I'm shy.
What's the purpose of poem?
What is the purpose of poem?
That's a really interesting question. I have a specific answer. I know exactly what the purpose of a poem is. I think the purpose of a poem is to...
Yes,
Exactly.
it's yes. And then there's a void, or it's another question. Another question.
I feel.
What, somebody has another question? I have a question.
Give me the mic.
You can ask a question from there. That seems like no problem. Do you mind if I read another poem? Is that awkward to do that now? If you just give me no, you're fine. That's completely comfortable. But this poem is called
Aren't You the Lucky One? It has an epigraph by Joseph Brodsky, the Nobel Prize winner. A deserving Nobel Prize winner. Not like this year. Culture is elitist by definition. Some dignity. The difficulty is the loss of memory. But thumbs are good for keeping records, compressing buttons. I am clearly a room, one of four faces admitting I am a human face now defaced, a pig boy with fierce form at the back. Which do I put forth? The knuckles through nettles, as an animal past it, having fulfilled lives. That's why we replace me, as I would die of old age otherwise. I'm sorry your life has been so rough, being surprised by harm. Thank you very much.
So lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.